There's two things I hope to teach you in this video. Firstly, how to make a template to make up round downpipes, and secondly, how to use the damn thing. First thing you're going to want to do is find an existing pre-made downpipe angle and separate it like so. You'll be left with a long angle and a short angle. Next, we're going to use a bevel gauge to gauge the angle of the long one. Transfer that over to a bit of PVC and cut it off. Check the angle's accurate, and then you're going to repeat the same process using the shorter angle. Just remember, the angle should be directed the opposite way. Now you ensure that the second angle is accurate, and then you'll split the template down the center. So now imagine that this is my pop, this is my wall, and this long extended area is an unknown. I'm going to sit my piece against the wall with the seam facing the rear and mark my first pivot point. That's my long angle. Slide your template up to it and mark your long angle around the perimeter. Next, slide your template upwards and meet with the highest side of your long angle, and that becomes your short angle. Mark that angle as well and then cut it right through its guts. Trim both the long angle and the short angle until they are trimmed to your line. Butt the pieces together, making sure your angle is accurate, and then you can rivet them together, remembering to apply sealant where necessary. Now you should have ended up with some excess material on the longer side, and you need to snip this and then slowly dress this over so it supports the join. And then the next step, if I was on site, I would sit the downpipe against the wall and then I would mark the rear of the pop like so. This becomes your next pivot point. Off here, you've got your long angle like so, and then you can also identify your short angle like so. Slide your template on and mark your accurate long angle. Then you can push your template down and mark your short angle. Cut it through the guts again and trim your short and your long. Pop it together. You can check the angles using a bevel gauge to make sure they are the same. Rivet up your last joint and then give it a dress. And you've just created a round downpipe offset and a template that will be with you for years and years to come. And if you want to create further templates in 80mm, 90mm, 100mm, grab a circular saw, gauge off your original template, and then cut the other sizes to suit, measuring a long cut, a short cut, and then slicing the bastard up the middle.